Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our daily show. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on March 27th, Wednesday. We have 4 plays for you, and we have a nice big 12-game slate, so we're excited to get into this. Before we do, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen. They're going to match your first deposit up to $100. Just, put that code in when you are making your first deposit, and whatever you deposit, they're going to match it. So I would say do the whole 100. You'll get 200 to play with. Let's get into these. These are the plays we're going to be covering. I'm going to be taking Jared Allen's dunks over 2.5, and I like Richaun Holmes' fantasy score over 23.5 tonight. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm taking Jaren Jackson Jr. for over 28.5 PRA, and I'm taking Denny Avdia for over 8.5 first half points.
All right, cool. So we don't have anything to recap, so we can just get right into it. Before we start breaking down these plays, I just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. They're our official partner, and they make DFS tools that we utilize every single day, especially the DFS Optimizer. I will show you when I get to that point, when I'm breaking down these plays, I'll show you a little bit more about the Optimizer. But if you guys are interested in checking out their products, they're giving all of our viewers 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR. Just go to dgfantasy.com, or there's a link in the description of the video if you guys want to check that out. All right, so let's get into these plays. I'm going to get started with Jared Allen here. If we take a look at the over-under, we have a 206.5 over-under. Cavs favored by 10.5. And I'm not really too concerned about like a major blowout here to where the starters are all benched, in the second half. But I think he can get this done before we get into, the territory of Allen being out for the game. Hopefully we don't even see that. I hate situations like that when it's just like a massive blowout and your guy's out for the second half. So I don't anticipate something like that happening. Even though Allen hasn't gotten this done a ton on the road, I like him to be able to get this done against Charlotte. Last time they played, he went for 3, and again, he just needs 3. So he should be able to get this done. He's averaging 32.2 minutes per game, only 1 foul per game. So go with your gut. This is just a dunk prop. For a while there, Jared Allen was a wagon, and then he started to be a little less involved. He had some matchups that were a little bit difficult, though. Indiana, just the style of play, they move the ball so fast. I just don't think that they catered to him dunking the ball a lot. Minnesota's a tough matchup. Miami's tough. And then, as soon as he had his matchup against Charlotte, he went for 3. So I feel like he's going to be able to do the same and go for at least 3 tonight. But go with your gut. If you're uncomfortable with it, just fade this play. Nothing to be concerned about on the injury report. Nothing really significant affecting him on either team. So we're all good there. But yeah, so let's see what Daily Grind has to say. Actually, no, they don't cover dunks yet. So we're going to skip that. Let's move on to Richaun Holmes. All right, so we got a 221 under against the Nets here. Nets only favored by 3.5, which is interesting against the Wizards. So it makes me wonder, do they have some significant pieces out tonight? Let's take a look at this injury report real quick. Cam Johnson still out, Ben Simmons still out, Dennis Smith Jr. still out, Cam Thomas game time decision. I still feel like the Nets should have a higher point advantage than that, but we'll see. I guess what's his name is back. Who's the center that I'm forgetting? Bagley, yeah. I wanted to say Mobley. Marvin Bagley. He's back. So that's going to affect Holmes' minutes just a little bit. And Holmes is actually listed here on Outlier as a power forward, but he plays the 5 more often. But if you look at the matchup against power forwards, he has a really juicy matchup with rebounds, them being 25th in rebounds allowed. But if you bounce over to that center position, it's actually pretty tight. So this matchup is pretty tough. 5th in points allowed, 6th in rebounds allowed, 5th in assists allowed. But this dude's just been going off. He's got 3 straight games with 14 rebounds or more. I'm sitting here looking at his PRA, but we're taking his fantasy score. So with like rebounds, you get 1.2 points per rebound on fantasy score, and you get 1.5 for every assist. And then you get 3 points for every block or steal. And the reason I want to go with the fantasy score is because he's really good, really consistent with blocks and steals. He's got six out of his last 10 games. He's had at least 2, and he's not like going crazy over this line, but 2, that's an automatic 6 points towards your total there. If you'd rather just go with like his rebounds or his points and rebounds, I know his points and rebounds are pretty juiced, so go with your gut. But I'm just going to go with the whole fantasy score here because I think he's going to have to be relatively involved against this tough matchup. And so that's what I'm going to be taking. But yeah, Marvin Bagley, I don't think is going to affect his minutes too much. If we take a look at what he's been averaging, he's been getting more minutes lately. I still anticipate he'll get like 25 to 30 minutes tonight, even with Bagley back. Over the last 10, he's averaged 23.7, but that's like heavily, deflated from these couple of games where he played like 7 minutes, 9 minutes. So that's going to bring his averages down quite a bit. Let's zoom in a little bit. So last 5, he's getting 22.6 rebound chances per game. That is insanely high. So yeah, whatever you want to go with, he's averaging 3.4 fouls. I'm just going with fantasy score because he is capable on defense. So I want like a little bit of everything he's going to be doing tonight. But 3.4 fouls, that's a little bit higher than we want to see, but not too concerned about him leaving this game because he's in foul trouble. He's shooting 56% from the field on 7.8 attempts per game. And shooting 85% from the free throw. Not getting to the line a ton, but he is putting the ball in the basket when he is at the line. So I'm feeling good about that. If we hop over here to Prize Picks, Daily Grind. They actually have this favored to go under just slightly, but it's that same old situation where it's because Prize Picks is giving it to us at a little bit higher of a line than others. So this optimizer is noticing the discrepancy there, that we're getting it higher than you could get it elsewhere. But if you actually look at their odds, if you take the under, they have this favored the opposite way to go over. So I'm going to be taking this fantasy score for more, but like I said, you can take his points and rebounds if you prefer, or just his rebounds alone. Just go with your gut. Do what's best for you. I just want a little bit of everything here. So these are the 2 I'm going to be taking today. I'll pass it over to you, Jordy. You can get started on yours now, bro.
Sweet. Yeah. Before I get into my picks, I want to quickly tell you guys about Chalkboard. I'm definitely going to be playing more of that today. It's been a lot of fun. Chalkboard is another prop betting platform that we're sponsored with now. Basically what they'll do is they'll give you a baseline just like Prize Picks, but they'll give me like, I'm taking Jaren Jackson's PRA at 28.5. I could bump that up to like 29 or 30.5 and get a higher multiplier on it. You can get all the way up to 100x, and you can bet as low as $1. And if you use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. So links in the description for that. It's definitely a lot of fun over there. And now you can protect your plays, so you can do like a flex play type thing. But cool. So I'm taking Jared Jackson's fantasy, or his PRA, for over 28.5. I feel pretty good about this play. He's gone over this line 15 out of his last 20 games. The addition to what's his name being back, little T-Rex arms guy, I can't remember. We're both blanking on names right now. But Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane.
With him being back, he's actually gotten a little bit more productive in scoring. It's helped him. It's kind of opened up his game a lot. He's not like the only guy out there that's like a big name anymore. Even though like John Conchar and Aldama and all those guys are playing really good, there is a lot of injuries still. Vince Williams might be back tonight. John Conchar is a game decision. Brandon Clark's a game decision. So some of those guys could be back. I don't think it's going to affect Jaren Jackson at all. He's been playing really good ball over the last 20 games. And he said his minutes have been crazy. Over the last 20 games, he's been getting 33 minutes. Some of these games, he's getting almost 40 minutes a game. So he's playing the Lakers. It's going to be an easy matchup. They're 16th in points allowed, 24th in rebounds, 29th in assists allowed. So the scoring I'm not worried about because he'll get that done. But I love the points or the rebounds and assists here because he's a okay rebounder for his size. I wish he would pull down double-digit rebounds. If he was, he'd be in the top names for the centers, I think. Even though he kind of bounces between power forward and center. Both matchups looks good to me because he doesn't really rebound that well, so it doesn't, it helps him when he has an easier rebounding matchup. But yeah, the line at 28.5 is very, very low for him. They were setting this up at like 31.5 for a while, but now that Bane's back, they're putting it at 28.5, and his game really hasn't changed at all, so he's just been crushing this line. Against the Lakers, he's had a history of like 50-50 on this play. He's gone over it 5 out of 11 games, but the last time he played them was in January, and he went for 41 PRA, he had 31 points and 9 rebounds, 1 assist. So I feel great about this play. Daily Grind has it just barely juiced to go under. 50.7% chance on a -122, so not enough to sway me the other way. If you want to take the under, go ahead, but you could never pay me to take the under on someone that's gone over this 15 out of his last 20 games. I feel good about it. He's just on like a little bit of a heater right now, so we'll see if we can stay in the flames with him. So I'm taking that one for the over. Then my next play is Denny Avdia for over 8.5 first half points. He's been hitting this line pretty regularly. They are getting some people back, but Tyus Jones is still out. But he plays really well against Brooklyn. He's gone over this 4 straight times against them recently, and he's only missed it 3 times against them, and that was a little bit earlier in his career, so he's definitely gotten a lot better since then. But yeah, there's some question marks all over the place. Not for him, luckily, but no Coulibaly, no Tyus Jones, no Isaiah Livers, no Landry Shamet. So, I mean, but on the other end, you got no Cameron Johnson, no Ben Simmons. Cam Thomas is a game time decision. It felt like everyone we picked today was a game time decision. It was ridiculous, but the matchup is fantastic for him. 28th in points allowed, giving up 23.7, and he only needs 9 points, which he's very capable of. And he's a pretty good first half player. Usually when he has, oh my God, alarm go off. Usually when he gets like his points done, I mean, his point line will be set at like 13, 14 and a half sometimes, and he usually goes over that in the first half most of the time. So I really like him to go over this play. He's a good first half player. He's done it 11 out of 20 games, but 7 out of his last 10 and 4 out of his last 5. So I feel good about these two, so that's what I'm going to be rolling today.
All right, cool. So that's the 4 we have for you guys. If you are interested in checking out our Discord, we do have a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day. We have a lot of fun. Like I say every video, we kind of just find some ways to win as a community. Sometimes the plays that we're first going into the slate with, they don't pan out, and the community's great for pivoting and finding other ways to win. Looks like there was some decent success with League of Legends again. You guys, I'm just thankful you guys are so into League of Legends, because I would love to get more into it, but it's nice that I can just tail your picks since you guys are so passionate about it, because the games are so late that I'm like, man, I can't stay up that late. Although I end up just probably staying up late anyways. But yeah, we have a section where we share all of our picks that everyone's getting into. So yeah, it just makes it easy to copy and paste. If you see something you like, you can just quickly jump on that play. So yeah, the community is the most powerful resource we have, and we have a lot of fun during the games, in the community chat. So if you decide to join, go through the link in the description of the video, and then go to server subscriptions. Once you subscribe, hop into once you subscribe, it'll unlock all the channels for you. But hop into community chat. Let us know you're new to the Discord, and we'll kind of show you around, because we do have a little method to the way we, there's like a flow to it if you want to get the most out of it. So yeah, hop in there, let us know you're new, and the community will be happy to help you get started on the right foot. But that's going to do it for us, guys. We hope you enjoy this 12-game slate. Hopefully we get a little bit of clarity on some of these questionable tags pretty soon here, so we know who to fade and who to actually take a chance on. Because there's a lot of players that we're excited about that we're just like, but this, I don't want to give them another DMP, So hopefully we get a little bit of clarity to that soon. But have a great Wednesday, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.